This weekend's deadly storms impacted thousands, including some people who had never experienced a natural disaster. Joining us now is Rudabeh Shabazzi, who is live in Kentucky, in Mayfield, Kentucky. Rudabeh, I know that you made that drive today. What's that emotion for you? What are you seeing behind you?
Well, Aaron, first of all, driving in is such a bizarre and surreal experience because of the nature of tornadoes, right? You look across the street and one side is totally normal, and then the other side of the street can look like this. And this is just devastating. It looks like a war zone if you've ever been in a war zone. And the pile of debris is just a mix of everything you can imagine. And when you think of each one of these objects was part of a business or someone's life or somehow something that someone used to make a memory out of. You see cars here. This used to be a business park. There used to be people operating and making a living here. And you see the cars completely overturned, golf carts here. It's hard to even make out what some things are. There appears to be some sort of a fan and broken glass, wires, barbed wire, everything you can think of, all just in a pile of debris here. And when you put the human factor behind it and realize that these are people's lives and their livelihoods, but still there is so much hope and so much gratitude that people made it out alive, because at the end of the day, when you see something this horrific, these people are remembering that they are still alive. They still have their families. They still have their life. And these things they can rebuild, they can repair. But still, if you think about your family photo albums, let's say, and all of the memories that come with those of deceased relatives who are gone, who you have relics of just to remember them by, all just gone within one night. And so it is emotional. And talking to people, talking to families, we spoke to one family today whose father died in that candle factory, which is considered ground zero. That's here in Mayfield. And he was a jailer who was protecting the incarcerated inmates who were on a work release program there. So think about that. He sacrificed his own life to protect inmates he was jailing. And so I talked to them about the sacrifice he made and the legacy that they want to live on in his name. But back out here where we are, it's just a complete debris field. If I walk over here, it's a little bit dangerous, but there's glass. This looks like hay. You can only imagine and wonder what all of this was for and what it was used for and what it looked like before this massive set of tornadoes. This one tornado that ripped through Arkansas, that ripped through multiple states, 4 states, but also here in Kentucky. The one in Kentucky, Governor Beshear breaking down today and saying this was the worst tornadic event in the Commonwealth's history. He said the youngest victim was just months old, the oldest in the 80s, and he actually broke down today when talking about that. You think about one tornado ripping through 200 miles in one state and just taking away people's livelihoods, life, memory, property.
Rudabeh, on the screen right now, we see 70 people dead, 74 people dead in Kentucky, 109 unaccounted for. And I know you, Rudabeh, and I know that sometimes in our line of work, we're supposed to take ourselves out of situations like this. I'm from the South. I mentioned it a couple of times already in the show. It's very difficult. Have you had that difficulty right now in who you've talked to not feel that emotion of a natural disaster that has swept 200 miles across the South?
Well, you see these dramatic images, right, Aaron? But then you talk to the families who are going to have an empty seat at the Christmas table, who a day before were planning their Christmas dinner, and then now they're planning their funeral. We actually talked to this family. We met them at the funeral home, no longer planning holidays together, now planning their father's funeral. And it was so quick. It was such an instant that it hit that no one had a chance to say goodbye. Imagine losing the person you love the most in an instant and never having a chance to say goodbye. And then coming back to find this, to not even have a home or a place to go back to or a car or anything else, any way to make a living. And the entire town just leveled, Aaron.
Rudabeh Shabazzi reporting for us live out of Mayfield, Kentucky. Rudabeh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.